What's got you so engrossed?
It's a sketch of a wedding dress I'm considering,
Yeah?
which you can't see yet.
All right. Well, if you can't find anything you like, we can always have Elena and Tracy decide, since they've both teamed up to promote this happy occasion.
I was hoping they weren't serious.
Seemed pretty serious to me.
Yeah, I shudder to think what those two would do if they were actually able to influence our wedding.
Don't worry, we'll elope before that happens.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. Yeah, we could do it tonight. Hop on the Jag, find a justice of the peace.
Don't tempt me, all right? Because I'm doing all of this stuff here just for you. I'd be just as happy if we skipped it.
Yeah, seriously, Nikolas, maybe we should.
Are you serious? Because if you are, I'll go right now.
Hey, I know we're early, but we just wanted to help.
Help with what?
I knew it.
Your only engagement party here tonight?
What?
Well, we didn't plan a party.
I think we have a pretty good idea who may have.
I'm not sure I can keep up with the lies. I mean, I'm afraid I might slip or confuse Emily with Elizabeth and point the finger at the wrong girl.
They are nothing alike. Elizabeth is the short one with the pouty lips.
You'll keep the story straight. You have no choice.
Look, I'm a wreck. My hands, they're shaking.
Take that. It'll calm your nerves.
Okay, I'm missing something here. What could be the ulterior motive in Helena and Tracy throwing you an engagement party?
They want us to forget what they're really doing, framing Emily for Mary's murder.
Yeah, as if we could.
All right, you know what? Let's just put our heads together. Sort out what happened the night that Mary was killed. Maybe something will jump out at one of us.
Okay, Emily left Mary's room and found Elizabeth with the med carts, right?
I realized I'd forgotten the water, so I left them alone.
I picked up Mary's medication. I thought about how easy it would be to switch it or overdose her, and then I took the pills into her room.
And I saw you come out.
Wait a minute. Back up. Are you thinking that you somehow unconsciously switched Mary's meds for the ones that killed her?
The thought has occurred to me,
Okay,
yeah.
well, get it out of your head, because that's impossible. A switch that specific would have taken conscious thought, and it couldn't have happened in a second.
Which means the lethal dose must have already been in the cup when Elizabeth brought the meds.
Mary
right?
would have died that night, no matter who administered the drug.
Yeah, so Emily was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's brilliant, you guys.
But too bad we can't prove it.
And don't forget, the police have an eyewitness who swears that she saw me go into Mary's room with the med cup.
A witness none of us ever saw.
Exactly, which is why I think that Nurse Harris was never actually in the room. Someone just paid her to say she was.
I'm only doing this, lying to the police and taking your money because my sister is in such need.
We all have our price.
I only hope that God will forgive me for this.
Oh, God's wrath will pale in comparison to mine if you don't follow our instructions to the letter. If you deviate even one iota...
You don't have to paint me a picture. Get your message loud and clear.
And we shouldn't have a problem.
Florence Nightingale's a little too jumpy for my taste. The police could put some pressure on her. She could cave and admit that she not only was not on the floor the night Mary was killed, but we paid her to say she was.
Unless we keep Nurse Harris on point, neither of us gets what we want.
Yeah, sweet little virtuous Emily in prison with no chance of inheriting my mother's money.
And Nikolas free to marry someone more pliable. An actual bloodline would be nice.
There's one loose end. Emily did not kill Mary. Someone did. It was you, wasn't it?
So, according to the caterer, Elena hired them.
It'd be nice if she'd bothered to tell us.
Yeah, well, she knew we wouldn't participate in any farce of a party thrown by her and Tracy.
Hey, you guys, I'm really worried about Lucky.
What?
He just took off with that look in his eye. If he tries to accuse Helena and Tracy of framing you, and they realize he means to expose them, there's no telling what those witches will do.
Hey.
Hi. You know, it's kind of traditional to tell the parents when you're going to have an engagement party. Your father isn't even back from a conference in Baltimore.
So you probably found out about this before Nikolas and I did.
Now, how would that work?
Evidently, Helena and Tracy have entered into some unholy alliance, and...
What the hell was she thinking?
It's an interesting choice of dress for a party.
Oh, you think? Yeah, Rick's an interesting choice for a date. You forget that he's prosecuting Emily and me? So out of respect for my aunt, I won't ask you to leave, but stay away from Emily and me.
That was pleasant.
He is understandably upset.
Well, I told you that he wasn't going to be pleased with my presence here, but you wouldn't take no for an answer. So why is that, Alexis? Why did you really bring me here? Helena and my mother. Now, that's a scary pairing.
Yeah, tell me about it. You know, this party, Ned, Nikolas and I had nothing to do with it. We didn't even know about it until people started showing up. You know, the new best friends, Helena and Tracy, put this together without our knowledge or consent. And you know what? Consent matters. I'm gonna put an end to this charade right now, excuse me.
No, you're not.
Package looks heavy. Sure you got enough postage?
Positive.
You know it's not smart to send large sums of cash through the mail. I mean, what if somebody stole it?
Oh, that isn't money. I'm sending my sister some pictures.
And I'm guessing the only pictures that are in this package are probably pictures of dead presidents on cash that you received to make sure that Emily takes the rap for Mary Bishop's murder.
No, I haven't.
Don't try and deny it. Please just tell me who paid you.
You seem to be under the impression that you know me very well. And that is a mistake. However, I will indulge your curiosity. You're right. I had absolutely no use for Mary Bishop. She was a loathsome little creature, high-strung and useless. Well, she was even more unsuitable for Nikolas than Emily. I could have had her killed many times, but I thought about it. But I didn't do it. Can you say the same?
1, I didn't know her. 2, I don't care who Nikolas sleeps with. Ergo, no motive.
Well, as you so astutely pointed out, someone did, and that someone is not likely to come forward with it to save Emily. So, I think we congratulate ourselves for a job well done and get about the business of this evening. We have a party to host.
Look, I'm sorry, Officer Spencer, but I must have been out of town the day that the Port Charles Police Department decided that it was a crime for one family member to take care of another.
You know, most people, they would have sent a check, a wire, bank transfer, but you just couldn't afford that kind of paper trail. I'm sorry, Miss Harris, but I'm gonna have to take you in at PCPD for questioning. Which now the only thing left for you to do is just try to make it easy for yourself.
Wait. What's gonna happen to me?
Well, you'll probably be arrested for obstruction of justice, that's for starters. Could be named co-conspirator in the death of Mary Bishop.
Wait, but I had nothing to do with that.
Won't matter to Elena and Tracy. They'll just turn this frame around on you so fast you won't even know it hit you. Which means you'll probably spend the rest of your life in prison. Or you could just try to work with me.
I don't understand. Why would you want to go along with this ridiculous party?
To lull my grandmother and Tracy into a false sense of security, make them think that their plan's working. I mean, if Lucky is onto something, then we need to give him time to follow up without them trying to head him off.
But don't you think it's going to raise a red flag when Helena and Tracy realize that Lucky's not here?
Yes. Yeah, in the meantime, we'll go along with the party, and then we'll just keep an eye on Helena and Tracy, okay?
Maybe we should add insult to injury and actually enjoy it.
Excuse me. Hi. I just wanted you to know that I'm not as insensitive as it may appear from my choice of dates. There's a reason that I brought him. There's a plan, and you need to trust me.
Seem a little cold.
Well, what were you expecting?
No, I'm not sure. You overheard me speaking to Alexis at the cellar.
Part about our marriage being over? Yeah, I heard it.
Elizabeth,
Rick, really, there's no need to explain. You're right. Our marriage is over, and so are we. But since you brought it up, I just have to ask. Would you be pursuing a future with Alexis if she didn't have a past with Sonny?
May I have your attention, please? I would like to propose a toast to Emily, my future wife.
Here, here. Here, here.
Oh, and to our gracious hostesses, Tracy Quartermain and Helena Cassadine. Yes, we thank you both for this wonderful surprise. But most of all, for your good wishes. May they return to you twofold.
I'll drink to that.
It's beautiful.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I should probably hide it so Helena doesn't find out my designer's name. She'd probably call and order it in black or something.
You know, do the opposite. Keep it out as an affirming symbol of your future with Nikolas. Because you guys are crazy in love and you have nothing to hide.
So, are we having fun yet? Be sure to let me know.
I'm sorry it's so painful for you to have to be my escort.
No, actually, you've been surprisingly tolerable. I'm sure it's because you're loving the fact that it's in such an uncomfortable position.
Actually, I'm finding it slightly amusing.
Well, frankly, I'm glad that Elena and Tracy showed up. Maybe they can wear the bad guest on us for a while. What?
Look at them. Take a good long look at them. They are in love. They have their whole lives together. Do you honestly think she is capable of killing anyone, let alone marry Felicia?
You know what? I don't know. The fact of the matter is, I wish I had something, anything that would point me someplace else. But unfortunately, Emily and Elizabeth and Lucky compromised themselves from the very beginning by lying. And while we're on the subject, you know what? Speaking of lying, why don't you be honest with me? Did you actually just bring me here so that you convinced me to change my mind about Emily, or did you bring me here because, I don't know, maybe you enjoy my company?
Maybe.
Maybe's not an answer.
Mother, it's not like you to be a wallflower.
Darling, this party isn't about me. It's a celebration of Emily and Nikolas.
Oh, please. You don't give a flying fig about Nikolas and Emily. This is your attempt to impress Felicia with your auntie of the bride routine, so then she'll think you're deserving of grandmother's inheritance. Am I right? I think I'm right. It's not going to work. Unless this is a lot more sinister than it appears.
Excuse me, but if I could get everybody's attention, please. So sorry I was delayed, but I had to get a very special wedding gift for the bride and groom. I have proof that Helena and Tracy framed Emily for murder. I caught Nurse Harris red-handed. Mailing the bride money she sent to her sister. She admitted that Helena and Tracy paid her to lie about seeing Emily enter into Mary's room with the pills that killed her.
She's a liar.
Sounds plausible to me.
You know, I know better than most just how conniving and hateful you can be. But to frame Emily for murder, there's no coming back from this mother.
What? Why? And why Emily?
Oh, that's easy. The money. Your mother, Dillon, wanted to make sure Emily was out of the running for Lila's inheritance.
I can't believe you think I'd stoop so low.
We don't think it, we know it. And now Felicia's gonna know it.
Oh, please, this is absurd. To be accused with no proof, other than Lucky's desperate attempt to prove himself innocent of murder and conspiracy charges.
Where's Nurse Harris now?
Somewhere safe. And she's ready to tell us everything.
Oh, grandmother, you set out to destroy us. Instead, you set us free. Thank you. Now leave. I want you out of this house and out of our lives forever. Let's go.
Not until I am finished. Now go ahead. Defy my wishes. Marry. Embrace happiness when and where you can, because your joy is fleeting. My curse is upon you, Nikolas and Emily. Your joy will bring nothing but pain and sorrow to you and yours for as long as you both shall live.
Wait.
Oh, my God. Whew.
Where'd she go?
You don't want to leave without talking to the cops now, do you?
Hey. Nice work for a suspended officer. Why don't you bring Nurse Harris in for a statement? Congratulations. You may have gotten Emily off.
You okay?
Yeah, a little shaky. Yeah, not that I believe in curses, but... Oh, my God.